Once you have made up your mind, stick to it. There is no longer any if or but. You become strong by defying defeat and by turning loss and failure into success. Death is nothing, but to live defeated and inglorious is to die daily. The fool has one great advantage over a man of sense. He is always satisfied with himself. Never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. Great ambition is the passion of a great character. Those endowed with it may perform very good or very bad acts. All depends on the principles which direct them. Friends must always be treated as if one day they might be your enemies. Nothing is more difficult and therefore more precious than to be able to decide. Until you spread your wings, you'll have no idea how far you can fly. Riches do not consist in the possession of treasures, but in the use made of them. You must not fight too often with one enemy, or you will teach him all your art of war. The stupid speak of the past, the wise of the present, and fools of the future. One must change one's tactics every 10 years if one wishes to maintain one's superiority. There are only two forces that unite men: fear and interest. A leader is a dealer in hope. We walk faster when we walk alone. A true man hates no one. Take time to deliberate, but when the time for action has arrived, stop thinking and go. If you want a thing done well, do it yourself. He who fears being conquered is sure of defeat. Imagination rules the world. Courage isn't having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have strength. Show me a family of readers, and I will show you the people who move the world. History is written by the winners. The best way to keep one's word is not to give it. There are but two powers in the world, the sword and the mind. In the long run, the sword is always beaten by the mind. The world suffers a lot, not because of the violence of bad people, but because of the silence of the good people. The reason most people fail instead of succeed is they trade what they want most for what they want at the moment. 10 people who speak make more noise than 10,000 who are silent. It is the cause, not the death, that makes the martyr. Circumstances? What are circumstances? I make circumstances. Throw off your worries when you throw off your clothes at night. Music is what tells us that the human race is greater than we realize. Victory belongs to the most persevering. To understand the man, you have to know what was happening in the world when he was 20. The best cure for the body is a quiet mind. Courage is like love. It must have hope for nourishment. The greatest danger occurs at the moment of victory. In our time, no one has a conception of what is great. It is up to me to show them. The extent of your consciousness is limited only by your ability to love and to embrace with your love the space around you and all it contains. It's the unconquerable soul of man and not the nature of the weapons he uses that ensures victory. It requires more courage to suffer than to die. The battlefield is a scene of constant chaos. The winner will be the one who controls that chaos, both his own and the enemy's. I start out by believing the worst. Success is the most convincing talker in the world. Impossible is a word found only in a fool's dictionary. Wise people create opportunities for themselves and make everything possible. Courage cannot be counterfeited. It is the one virtue that escapes hypocrisy. Nothing is lost as long as courage remains. Ordinary men exercise their memory much more than their judgment. The people to fear are not those who disagree with you, but those who disagree with you and are too cowardly to let you know. If I had not been born Napoleon, I would have liked to have been born Alexander. There is one kind of robber whom the law does not strike at, and who steals what is most precious to men, time. Power is my mistress. I have worked too hard at her conquest to allow anyone to take her away from me. I can no longer obey. I have tasted command, and I cannot give it up. Which quote did resonate with you the most? Share your opinion in the comments. Don't miss a chance to watch the next video. Subscribe.